If you ask young people, even myself when I was young, 20 or 30 years ago, what do they value most? What's your objective in life then? So basically, for myself to get money and more money. Then you try to enjoy life and probably help other people along the way, if you still remember. But later on in life, when you age, when you started seeing some of your friends fell sick and even some have passed away, you started to realize that health is more important than money, than wealth. So if you change your life habit, you try to strike a life balance, you appreciate your health, you started to go jogging, cycling, eat more nutritious food, strike work-life balance, stuff like that. But later on in life, when you grow old, like some old people says, when at that age, when you're 60 and 70, what you value most is basically companionship of your friends, of your loved ones, your children, and of course your grandchildren. Because no matter what, you cannot stop the aging process. You cannot reverse it. You'll fall sick, and probably you'll die. And later on in life, in the very last days of your life, just like what Steve Jobs says, if today were to be the last days of our life, would we want to do what we're about to do today? To me, that is quite a profound question for us to reflect. What are we doing now? We have that sense of the end. So everything that we do, from our young age, the money, the health, the friendship must basically follow the end, the sense of the end, because the end's what matter most. If you know, the thing is, if you know when we are going to die, then that's okay, because basically we can enjoy life. At the end of our life, we can basically go back what we do what's supposed to be doing. The point here is nobody knows when it's going to die. That's why the sense of the end is very important for us to plan, to lead our life from the word go until the last day and the last minute, the last seconds of our breath. In Islam, it's basically the same thing. We call it inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Wherever we're coming from, we'll go back to the same where we're coming from, to the source. It's basically our creator. But the point is, whether we believe in that, the point is whether we know our true purpose in life, what we're supposed to be doing here before you go back to our source, our creator. Hi, Assalamualaikum. May peace be upon all of you. That's basically English translation of Assalamualaikum, Ni Hao and Banakum. My name is Sahrolnizam Boon. Today I'm going to discuss the purpose of life from Islamic perspective. Basically, purpose of life is the questions about who you are. What are you supposed to be doing in this life? Why you wake up every morning? Why you bother what you want to do? Why you wake up and brush your teeth, go to work? Even sleep, have fun. What is the meaning of life? So that's basically, if you Google, I think it's about close to 3 over billions results on purpose of life. But Sharul, why should we even bother in asking or finding our true purpose of life? We'll never know. Yes, but to me, the essence of being human is basically is for us to find the truth, and that's what makes us human. That's what Aristotle says: finding the truth, and we have language and we share it with others for the human species to flourish. And I give you 3 very good reasons why you should even bother asking about this question. First off, is basically everything has purpose, whether we know it or not. This huge universe, the stars, the sun, the river, the mountain, they have their own unique purpose, their own unique laws. They cannot do what they cannot do, what they're not supposed within certain laws. You cannot expect, a tiger to eat bananas and stuff like that. Even some small insect deep in the jungle, the very function is basically eating poo of some other insects. So we can maintain certain ecological balance. That's the thing. But we, the human being the most dominant, being the most complex species in this planet, yet we don't have our own unique and noble purpose except to follow our lowly desire to go for the bling bling and whatnot. And we follow other people around. In a certain sense, like even Aristotle says, we are no better than the oing oing or cattle. Mark Twain says there are two important days in our life. First is basically the day we were born, that we cannot control of who we are, and second is the day we found out why. So that's the thing. We must find our purpose. To put another analogy, and just to close this discussion, to me super logical. Will you create something for nothing without you won't create something unnecessary. You create something which its unique purpose. That is basically first, when everything has purpose. Second is basically nowadays, even before this, many people are unhappy. They for whatever reason, some resorted to violence, some resorted to substance abuse, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and I think even the trend also rising among young people. More than 20 million people in US from the age of 12 have suffered some kind of substance abuse, and 74% of them is basically alcohol abuse. And they've started drinking well before 18 years old. So this is the thing, and it's cost the US economy $740 billion every year in terms of medical expenses and the loss of productivity and crime-related costs for the alcohol abuse alone. That's a lot of money, equivalent to Malaysian ringgit 3 trillion ringgit Malaysia, which is equivalent to more than 10 years of our GDP, of our budget, which can be put to more productive purposes for something that is, to me, is avoidable. It's a choice. So that's the thing. Even the unhappiness, has also driven the most tragic is basically when you commit suicide. We have many of them worldwide. Maybe close to 1,800,000 people committed suicide, even among the rich and famous people, among the celebrities like the K-pop. Despite their young and richness and famous, they committed suicide. And the trend is rising. We have Kurt Cobain, from the lead guitarist singer from Nirvana group, and we will have the famous comedian Robin Williams, who made us laugh, but deep inside he was suffering. So that's basically second. So this purpose of life can give you some kind of inner strength, can give you higher purpose for you to overcome these life challenges. The problem will come, but having this higher purpose will give you strength for you to be able to weather life challenges. I think enough said. So we have everything has purpose. Many people are unhappy. Some even resorted to violence and suicide and substance abuse. And the last one, to me, the true purpose can make not only our life better, but also can make this world a better place. But the point is, it must be the true purpose. Only the true purpose can make this world a better place. But the problem is, what is the true purpose now? Everyone claiming what's its truth. To me, that is very essence of why we are here in this world, for us to discuss on what is truth. To have that discussion, basically I lay down 5 principles of truth for true purpose of life. First, basically must be universal, must be voluntary, accessible to everyone, can give some kind of inner peace and happiness. Third, must have some sense of justice. Fourth, it must provide comprehensive and practical ways of achieving it. It must also have on value system what is right and wrong, because no human can dictate what's right wrong among us. And last one is basically it must be able to make this world a better place. It must be logical, it must be appeal to our reasons. So that is basically that, 5 reasons. We're going to discuss that in the next section in detail. Before I go off, basically why I'm doing this thing. I've never really asked about this question seriously and sincerely for a good 30 or 40 years of my life before this. But ever since I found and I understood my purpose better, it has made me happier, and it has made me I found peace, then I want to share it to as many as people as possible. And second is basically, like I said today, the true purpose of life can make this world a better place. We're going to discuss that. We can have discussion. With that, I thank you very much. Assalamualaikum, and peace be upon all of you. See you in the next chapter on the 5 principles of the true purpose of life. Bye-bye.